DYATLOV Passion. In 1959, 9 Soviet hikers are found dead in the Ural Mountains under bizarre conditions. Their tent is slashed open from the inside, and bodies are scattered barefoot in sub-zero temperatures. Some die of hypothermia, but others show massive internal injuries, one missing her eyes, tongue, and part of her skull. No signs of struggle, avalanche, or animal attack appear. The official cause cites an unknown compelling force, and authorities seal the files for decades. When they reopen, redactions fuel even more theories, from secret weapons to natural disasters. Public suspicion deepens, just as the Kishtim nuclear disaster reveals another cover-up in Soviet territory. SODDER children. In 1945, a fire destroys the SODDER family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia. 5 children are presumed dead, but no remains are ever found in the ashes. The fire burns for just 45 minutes, not long enough to cremate bodies, and a fire chief later admits he faked finding bone fragments. Suspecting foul play, the parents launched their own investigation. Sightings of the missing children stretch as far as New York, and in 1967, the family receives a photo of a man who resembles their son Louis. The FBI looks into it, but finds no answers and closes the case. For 40 years, the Sodders display a massive roadside billboard, urging the public to help. The case stays open and terrifyingly unresolved. OAKVILLE BLOBS. In August 1994, gelatinous blobs fall from the sky over Oakville, Washington, 6 times in 3 weeks. The goo coats streets and homes, and within hours, locals report nausea, dizziness, and extreme fatigue. Lab analysis shows the blobs contain human white blood cells without nuclei, ruling out known life forms. One microbiologist identifies bacteria common to the human digestive tract, while the CDC allegedly investigates but denies testing anything. No weather pattern, military drill, or environmental cause is confirmed. 30 years later, the blobs remain unexplained, an unsolved case of biological fallout that still unsettles Oakville. The next case escalates from rain to fear as a Kentucky family faces something stranger than weather. SOMERTON Mannon. On December 1, 1948, police find a man dead on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. His clothing labels are cut away, and he carries no identification. A hidden pocket holds a tiny scrap of paper reading Tamam Shud, meaning ended. Weeks later, a rare copy of the Rubaiyat turns up in an abandoned car, containing a cipher-like code and an unlisted phone number. The number links to a local nurse who denies knowing him, though her reaction suggests otherwise. No cause of death is confirmed despite extensive testing. In 2021, DNA analysis finally names the man as Carl Webb, a Melbourne engineer, yet his purpose in Adelaide and the method of his death remain unsolved. The enigma fuels broader fascination with cases like DYATLOV Pass, Black-Eyed Kidjin. In the early 2000s, reports surfaced of children with completely black eyes appearing in homes or cars, asking to be let in. Witnesses describe overwhelming dread and often flee the scene. The kids are eerily calm, dressed oddly, and always insist they, quote, can't come in unless invited. No one's ever harmed, but many report anxiety, memory gaps, or life changes after encounters. With no confirmed explanations, the black-eyed kids remain one of the internet's most persistent and chilling modern legends, setting the stage for the rise of shadow people. YOGTZE. In 1984, German engineer Gunther Stoll suddenly tells his wife, "Now it begins," then disappears into the night. Hours later, he's found naked and critically injured in his crashed car, dying before he can explain what happened. Days earlier, he'd claimed people were after him, but never said who. At home, investigators find a paper with YOGTZE scribbled on it, a sequence with no clear meaning. Forensics show his injuries don't match the crash, suggesting he was hurt elsewhere and placed in the car. No suspects, no motive, no explanation. The YOGTZE case remains one of Germany's most enduring unsolved mysteries. Next is a disappearance so complete no body has ever been found. CICADA 3301. On January 5, 2012, a cryptic image appears on 4chan claiming to seek highly intelligent individuals. It launches a multi-layered puzzle trail rooted in cryptography, steganography, and philosophy, with clues hidden in websites, images, and real-world locations across 5 continents. Solvers uncover QR codes on lampposts in Seoul and cryptic coordinates in Poland, but only a few receive direct responses. The last verified puzzle surfaces in 2014. Since then, no new messages, no clear goal, and no known identities behind it. Whether CICADA is a recruitment tool, a game, or something else, no one ever claims credit. The silence only deepens the mystery. A roadside billboard spawns a decades-long code hunt across America. The hum. Since the 1970s, a low-frequency droning sound, known as the hum, has plagued towns like Taos, Auckland, and Windsor. Only about 2% of people can hear it, but for them, it disrupts sleep, triggers anxiety, and bleeds into daily life. Studies detect no clear sound source, and reports often conflict with physical measurements. Some blame tinnitus, others suspect underground tests or vibrations from the Earth's crust. Government investigations, including a congressional inquiry in Taos, fail to produce answers. The sound remains unheard by most, but unforgettable to those who can. The global reach and elusive cause keep the hum one of the most unsettling, unexplained phenomena. D.B. Cooper. In 1971, a man calling himself Dan Cooper hijacks Northwest Orient Flight 305, demands $200,000 and 4 parachutes, then jumps from the plane mid-air over Washington. He vanishes without a trace. Investigators find only a clip-on tie, later analyzed to contain rare titanium particles, hinting at a background in aerospace. Despite thousands of interviews and a recovered bundle of cash in 1980, no suspect is ever confirmed. The FBI closes the case in 2016 after 45 years. Whether Cooper escaped or died in the jump remains unsolved. The mystery sets a high bar for airborne disappearances, but the next case breaks it entirely. Lead mask Cason. In 1966, 2 men are found dead on a hillside in Niterói, Brazil. Both wear formal suits and strange lead masks over their eyes. A note in one man's pocket reads, "Be at the place at 4:30. Ingest the capsules. After effect, protect metals, wait for mask signal." No signs of violence, no witnesses, and no clear cause of death emerge. The men, electronics repairmen from 200 kilometers away, had told family they were conducting a secret experiment. Radiation equipment is mentioned, but the autopsies are inconclusive due to delayed testing. Decades later, the case remains open, its bizarre clues fueling endless speculation. The Max Headroom Hacken. On November 22, 1987, 2 Chicago TV stations are hijacked by an unknown pirate signal. During a Doctor Who rerun on WTTW, a masked figure in a Max Headroom costume appears, speaking in distorted phrases and mocking local news. The video, lasting 90 seconds, ends with the intruder being spanked with a fly swatter before the feed cuts out. The FCC and FBI launch full investigations, but no suspect is ever identified. Experts believe the hijack required advanced knowledge of microwave transmitters and antenna placement. Despite national coverage and decades of speculation, the culprit remains unknown. The broadcast world is stunned, and the door is now open to even stranger signal intrusions. ZODIAC CIPHERS. Between 1968 and 1969, a man calling himself the Zodiac claims 5 murders across Northern California, sending taunting letters and cryptograms to local newspapers. Each cipher mixes symbols and letters, hinting he might reveal his identity, though none ever do. "I am not afraid of the gas chamber," he writes, daring police to stop him. In 2020, codebreakers finally solve his 340-character cipher, but it only repeats threats, offering no new clues. Despite dozens of suspects over the decades, including Arthur Lee Allen, none are ever charged. The case remains open in several counties, and the Zodiac's name is still unknown.